A 2007 Peterbilt 379 rolled onto the auction ring in December. 20,000 miles on the clock, one owner, always parked under a shed. When the gavel dropped, the price read $280,000. That is the highest number ever recorded for a used Peterbilt 379 at auction, higher than the sticker price of most new trucks sitting on a dealer lot today. You probably looked at that headline and nodded. You already knew why. The guys who spend their lives around a diesel cab have been saying it for years. The old trucks are worth more. Now the auction data is starting to prove it. Truckers figured this out long before the market did. A mechanical Caterpillar 3406 or a Cummins N14 under the hood of a Peterbilt 379 or a Kenworth W900 is quietly becoming the most valuable asset in American trucking, and the auction houses are proving it every week. If you drive diesel, if you own one, if you ever turned a wrench on a mechanical fuel pump, subscribe to Vintage Diesel. This channel is built for people who already understand these machines. Greg Peterson tracks auction prices on the Peterbilt 379. He has records on 2,800 of them, going back 25 years. The previous all-time high was set in July of 2022 at $262,000 for a low-mile truck in Villa Grove, Illinois. That 2025 sale smashed it. Meanwhile, a brand new Kenworth rolls off the dealer lot and starts losing value the moment the driver touches the shifter. Fleet owners are watching a strange chart. The line for pre-2007 diesel trucks keeps climbing. The line for new trucks with emissions equipment keeps falling. An 18-year-old truck with 500,000 miles on the odometer is worth more money today than it was 5 years ago. That does not happen in any other heavy equipment market. The American Trucking Association estimates that after treatment and emissions-related repairs account for roughly 13% of total maintenance costs on a Class 8 truck. A single diesel particulate filter replacement runs $2,000 to $8,000. An SCR catalyst failure can top $10,000. Add a bad DEF sensor, add the tow bill, add the labor, and the total can push past $15,000 on one breakdown. Then comes the part that kills the profit margin. The truck sits. Emissions-related downtime averages 1.5 to 2.5 days per incident. That translates to $1,500 to $3,000 in missed loads every time a DEF sensor lies to the engine computer. A driver who runs 10 of these incidents in a year has handed $30,000 to a system that was supposed to make the exhaust cleaner. This is not just a semi-truck story. 1994. Dodge Ram pickup with a Cummins 5.9 12-valve under the hood now sells for more money than the original buyer paid for it new. Heavy-duty pickup owners who want to pull a horse trailer or a dump trailer are paying $50,000 for a 30-year-old truck because the engine does not care about sensors or regen cycles. A mechanical engine does not do that. A Cummins N14 has roughly 40% fewer electrical components than a modern ISX 15 under the hood. The fuel pump, the injectors, and the governor are all mechanical, driven by the engine itself rather than an electronic control module. There is no computer telling the engine to derate because a $200 sensor went bad somewhere in the exhaust pipe. A veteran truck driver with a wrench set, a shop manual, and a jug of diesel fuel can repair an old Cat 3406 on the shoulder of the highway. That same driver cannot repair a modern common rail engine without a dealer laptop and a dealer password. One of those trucks earns money while parked on the side of the road. The other one waits for a tow truck. Pre-2007 trucks do not report telematics. There is no OBD2 plug feeding data to a fleet manager, no forced regen cycle that pulls the truck out of service on a Tuesday afternoon, and no speed limiter coded into a control module. The engine starts, the wheels turn, and the driver delivers the load without any line of software sitting between the key and the crankshaft. That simplicity is not a limitation. On an auction ring in 2025, That simplicity is the asset everyone is bidding on. Even the EPA finally said it out loud. In August of 2025, the agency admitted that DEF system failures were sidelining working trucks across the country. Administrator Lee Zeldin called it a nationwide disaster. In February of 2026, the EPA demanded failure data from the 14 manufacturers that build most of the DEF hardware on American roads. By March of 2026, the agency removed the mandatory DEF urea quality sensor requirement altogether. The Small Business Administration estimated the savings at around $13 billion per year for American truckers and farmers combined. That is the cost of a sensor that the federal government now admits was not working properly in the exhaust system of the modern diesel truck. The engines that built the American highway never had that problem. The Caterpillar 3406, the Cat C15 6NZ, the Cummins N14, the Detroit Diesel Series 60 12.7 liter, and for the heavy-duty pickup crowd, the Cummins 5.9 12 valve. Every one of those engines runs on mechanical fuel injection, and every one will start in a blizzard, pull a loaded trailer through the Rocky Mountains, and make it home without a single line of computer code between the fuel tank and the cylinder head. That is why a 1998 Peterbilt 379 with a Cat 3406E under the hood is worth more money today than some 2020 trucks with 3 times the horsepower and a full computer package. The math on a repair ticket is driving the rebuild bidding up. A mechanical fuel pump is something the driver can rebuild on a shop bench, and the engine keeps working in weather that would put a newer rig into derate. The old trucks were not built to be replaced. They were built to be rebuilt. The drivers who kept them running knew it. The fleet owners paying premium auction prices in 2025 know it. And now the federal government has filed the paperwork that confirms it. The mechanical diesel engine was never the old technology. It was always the right technology. Subscribe to Vintage Diesel. This channel is built for people who understand these machines.